hi again. I'm Paul Hargreaves, and I'm here with Doss and Tami Bradford, and they're wanting to really help you out there at home. They're teachers, and they also are parents, and we're just wanting to start this second segment by letting us know how online learning can happen from kind of their school's perspective, because these are a couple of teachers and parents. So tell us kind of what that looks like.
Yeah. First thing I want to say is what happened at the end of the year last year was not online learning in its truest sense of what we're looking for.
Nope, for anybody.
That was emergency, dig in, try to do the best you can, and survive peace. And I'm sure a lot of the parents are feeling as well.
Yeah. I think one of the big word, like kind of buzz things that comes out, and it's coming out from a lot of districts, is know your LMS. And that's just a word we wanted to make sure we clarified. LMS means Learning Management System. And in really practical terms, that means Google Classroom, that means Schoology, that means Canva or Seesaw, whatever they're using. And ideally, everyone across the district is using that. But that's what an LMS is. So we wanted to make sure we clarified that right away.
Education uses a lot of acronyms, a lot of terms. I, as a teacher of over 14 years, I still go and I look it up on Google when I hear a word. So Learning Management System primarily is this idea of a place to connect, a place to collaborate, a place to collect schoolwork or turning in assignments, and a place for the students to actually create the work to be turned in.
Yeah. And there's a point, I feel like, for all of us, especially as adults at the end of the day, like we are fatigued. We have Zoom fatigue, we have online fatigue, like we just don't want to look at screens. And I would say our big encouragement is it's worth the 5 minutes of time as a parent to check that, because that is where your biggest communication, and your kids are going to see it. You'll know what it looks like, and just that habit and routine. It's, again, we're fatigued, but it is really worth it.
A lot of the districts have decided that across the district, they're going to go ahead and use, at least for certain grade levels, a single learning management system. So the school that I'm using and the school that she's using is primarily Schoology. And once again, it could change and vary. I think they're all pretty much go for the same goal. But the thing is, whatever you're using, that is where most of the communication will come between the student and the teacher. And most of them will also include the parent within that.
Yeah, there are some things that happen as well. The tech problems are numerous. And all devices have them. And teachers have a small amount of knowledge at their base of all those tech. And so I would say there are a few things to recommend with that is know how to take a screenshot on whatever device that is. Screenshots are worth gold. If a tech person can look at it and see exactly what you're seeing, that's very helpful. Knowing that you're looking at a home page or a folder, like some of the terminology of what those look like, also is really helpful. But also even knowing, is there an email or a phone number at the district that you can call? Because teachers, like I said, most of them know maybe one device, but the people at the district level know all the devices. There are people there who can help and call right away, and the teacher might spend just as much time as you would looking it up and trying to figure it out.
So it seems like a parent at home is probably going to need to have kind of this speed dial space written out where they can call if they have a question or they need help on some kind of a tech thing. Is that what they would do?
Yes, most of the tech departments that I know have been working very, very hard throughout this summer to go ahead and prepare and get ready for the amount of information that they're in support to provide. So if you don't receive it or don't know about it, ask for what the tech support number is for your student. Ask for what the procedure is to actually go through and send out, be it an email or be it a phone call. Yeah. And then last but not least, I'd also say, just know how your student should navigate through the assignments and communicate with a teacher. Yeah. A lot of us are moving away from email because when we do it through the learning management system, it's a lot faster and we're able to go and give more resources to the students in that way.
Yeah.
Very good.
And I think my final thing would be saying is like every kid, I mean, we had a kindergartner last spring. Every kid can be independent on these, depending on how the teacher puts it up. But I think something as a parent, and this kind of goes into our next segment, so I guess it's our little bridge.
There's the bridge. It's a teaser. Teaching independence in your kids right away and trying to release that to them is going to be a huge thing for a parent, especially if you're working from home and have other things to do. So as you can hear, there's actually going to be maybe a lot of questions that you have as you listen to this first segment. And hold on to those questions. Actually write them down. All of these videos are going to be available to you that first week of school, and you're going to need to maybe write down a bunch of questions that you have about this particular segment. Hold on to those for a week, and we'll have kind of a question-answer time. But thank you for joining us for this segment.